This video of a venomous snake in New Braunfels is getting a lot of attention. The guy behind the tongs, he's a snake removal expert. He's been getting multiple calls each week about snakes found around homes in the hill country. Eyewitness News reporter Leah Durain shares the man's message to kill the fear, not the snake.
It's a face-off between this 5-foot western diamondback rattlesnake and the tongs. Snake expert Brett Parker is wielding those tongs and clearly won the match.
I was able to get under the house and locate the snake. That's probably the most dangerous situation I put myself in. I don't suggest anybody without any experience at all even remotely try that.
He's been doing this professionally and busting myths about snakes for about 4 years.
You're gonna keep him until he feels better?
I spend more time educating them than I do looking for snakes.
This snake was found in New Braunfels. Parker has also taken care of this eastern hognose snake in Spring Branch, this rattler in Canyon Lake, and these copperheads in Lavernia. The snakes he removes are relocated, finding new habitats in the wilderness.
I try to give them a chance. They have a purpose. Rodents wreak more havoc than snakes do in multiple ways, and that's their primary source of food.
The rattlesnake mating season is approaching this fall, and hot temperatures means more energetic reptiles. So Parker warns all Texans to keep an eye out. Resolute Health Hospital in New Braunfels tends to see patients with snake bites during these warmer months.
Watch your surroundings and never try to pick up a snake, even if you don't think it's venomous. If you are bit by a snake, please get to the emergency department as quickly as possible.
Parker encourages Texans to be cautious and to call the professionals to handle any snakes you spot. He also says learning more about the reptiles can come in handy.
If you just educate yourself in anything, it reduces your fear.
I'm Leah Durain, the KENS 5 Hill Country reporter.